Of the secure abundance of power, you need not generate more than you are generating now. All that is necessary is to prevent what you are generating from being wasted. In brief, learn to use all your present energy so that all waste may be avoided completely. The power that is wasted is lost. But the power that is used produces an increase. Het power we use today will reappear in the system tomorrow because everything that is properly used is like a seed sown in rich soil, it will reproduce itself. And will not only reappear with the original amount, but with more. The first essential in the proper use of the power we possess is to have some definite purpose in view for every thought and action and to give that purpose our undivided attention. When we think, we should think with a purpose and should think of only one thing at a time. In that way, all the power of our thought is put to work, and none of it is wasted. In this connection it is well to remember, and to repeat again, that weariness comes from the waste of power. Never from the power that is put to work. The power that is put to work reproduces itself, therefore no loss of power can follow. And it is only when power is lost that weariness can be felt in the system. When you work, do not think of the next step or try to plan for the next step while the work of the first is being finished. Take special moments for laying new plans. In this way, you will not only work out the best plans, but you will avoid dividing your attention or confusing your mind. Do not let your head run faster than your feet. And do not live mentally in the future while you are working in the present. Where the body lives, the mind should live also. And the energies of both should work together in building up the life of the present moment. When you read, do not try to read the second paragraph before you are through with the first. And do not skim over an article with a view of getting the substance out of it in 1/10 of the time it takes to read it. The habit of skimming over things is one of the worst mental habits in the world and should be eliminated completely. We may think we gain time by skimming over things, but we lose energy and power, as well as mental brilliancy. And in the end, it is all loss and no gain. In your living, avoid the same mistake. Do not try to get all there is in life by hurrying through life. The majority, however, are addicted to this habit, but it leads directly to nervousness. And is the direct cause of more than 90% of the nervous breakdowns that are produced. In the meantime, this same habit brings much destruction, depression, and unhappiness. Learn to live in the present. Plan for the future during special moments selected for that purpose, but refuse absolutely to live in the future. Refuse to do in your mind today what you expect to do in the reality tomorrow. Thousands have this habit. In consequence, their minds are nearly always confused, while they scatter their forces continually. If you are going to take a journey tomorrow, make your plans today, but do not take that journey a score of times in your mind today, or, if you are going to undertake something special tomorrow, get good and ready today, but do not mentally pass through the details of that work today. Get ready the bricks for the building of tomorrow, but do not lay the bricks in your mind today. Never do with your mind today what you are to do with your hands tomorrow. Do not live over in your mind in the present the experiences you passed through in the past, or the experience you expect to pass through in the future. Such a practice will scatter your forces and divide your attention. The result will be confused mental action, to be followed by confused nervous action. This practice will also decrease your power of concentration, and without concentration, we can accomplish nothing. The peaceful contemplation, however, of past joys or expected future joys, will produce nothing but good effects, provided we do nothing else while we indulge in such contemplation. In fact, to give special moments to such contemplation every day will prove beneficial. It matters not what we may be thinking about during our spare moments, whether it be the past, the present, or the future, so the thought is pleasant and attention is undivided. To prevent completely, or permanently cure, nervousness, therefore, we should always bear these two things in mind. To avoid divided attention and to avoid the energy of the system running low. In other words, so live and think that your system will be brimful of energy at all times. and give your whole attention now to whatever you may be thinking of or doing now. The following exercises or methods may be employed most profitably, both in the prevention and in the cure of nervousness, and where the faithful application is continued, the most perfect results will positively be secured. Place yourself in a calm attitude for a few minutes several times every day. See how quiet you can be in mind and body during those moments. And see how fully you can realize the deep stillness of your entire nature. By making it a practice to be deeply quiet for a few minutes several times a day, you can check completely any tendency toward nervousness. Besides, those moments will serve to recuperate your system. And you can do more and better work during any given period of time. During those quiet moments, relax mind and body completely. Let go of every muscle and every thought. Just be still. And think only of how delightful it feels to be perfectly still. Aim to increase and deepen your consciousness of harmony. Think of the real meaning of harmony at frequent intervals. And try to inwardly feel that real harmony. In other words, make it a practice to turn your attention upon the idea of harmony itself, with a view of getting your system into the very life or soul of perfect harmony. You will soon begin to feel more harmonious because we always tend to develop in ourselves every state or condition to which we give constant thought and attention. Mentally see yourself calm. Whenever you think of yourself as being calm, masterful, and self-possessed. Every mental picture that you may form of yourself should appear in the attitude of calmness. And whenever you think of yourself as being in any position in which you expect to be placed, pictures yourself as being calm and poised while in that position. You thus produce a tendency toward calmness. And you are daily becoming more and more serene and self-possessed until you place yourself in that masterful attitude that is both deeply peaceful and immensely strong. Whenever you feel deeply, proceed at once to feel peaceful. You thus impress peace, harmony, and calmness upon the subconscious mind, and the more you impress peace upon the subconscious, the more peaceful you will feel. Throughout your interior nature, the undercurrents of your life will become harmonious and serene in their actions. You will feel peaceful and calm on the inside, in the depths of your real life and thought. And it is the man who feels calm and serene in the depths of his interior nature who also feels the greater power of his interior nature. Such a man is strong and masterful. Such a man has real willpower. Such a man has full possession of himself, all that is in himself, and he has not only gained the power to be well but the power to do things worthwhile. Always remember the great law: the deeper your consciousness of peace, the greater your possession of power. Refuse to be sensitive. Never say that you are sensitive. Never think that you are sensitive. When you are on the verge of feeling hurt, say to yourself that you can stand anything, and resolve to make good in that respect. Refuse to be offended at anything. Refuse to stoop to the petty position of being insulted, and refuse to accept any form of indignity that may be intended for you. Have too much respect for your nervous system to feel bad about anything that may be said or done, and have too much good sense to waste energy brooding over troubles when you know that that same energy, if put to good use, could put all your troubles to flight. Never dwell mentally on anything that is unpleasant. To do so is to rob your nervous system of its very life. To brood over misfortune, trouble or loss is to steal energy and life from the nerves and organs of your body for no other purpose than to keep alive the ugly and distressing memories that those misfortunes have impressed upon your mind. When you do this, you are simply starving your nervous system in order that you may perpetuate the existence of mental monsters. The result will be nervousness, then nervous breakdowns, and in many instances the loss of mind or life. But all of this can easily be prevented. Refuse absolutely to remember the unpleasantness of the past or dwell on the dark side of anything that may exist in the present. Turn your attention at once to the richer and greater possibilities that every experience may contain, and enter positively into the very spirit of those possibilities. You will soon realize that your gain is greater than your loss, and that you have the power in the coming days to multiply this gain any number of times. Never think of nerves. Never say that you are nervous, and never give conscious thought to any condition that may exist anywhere in your system. When you feel that something is wrong, proceed to make it right, and the less you think of the wrong, or the organ in which the wrong may exist, the better. Think of your entire body as being wholesome all the way through, and live constantly in the life, the health, and the strength of that thought. When you wish to change physical conditions, do not act mentally upon the physical body, and do not concentrate attention upon physical organs. The course to pursue is to produce the desired cause in the subconscious mind, and the desired effect will shortly appear in the physical personality. Do not permit for a moment any form of the high-strung attitude of mind. If you are addicted to this habit or tendency, cultivate relaxed calmness by frequently letting your whole system go into the feeling of deep calmness. To accomplish this, try to picture the inner world of deep calmness in which you live, and move, and have your being. Then simply let yourself go into the serene life and deeper soul calmness of this world. Also, employ the special method given in the first part of this lesson whenever your nerves are on the verge of being strung up. That method will invariably produce relaxation, and besides, is quieting, soothing, and recuperative to an exceptional degree. Cultivate poise, wholesome mental states, and be deeply joyous at all times, but let your joy be of that nature that tends to produce peaceful contentment. Avoid joyous attitudes that tend to excite the nerves, or that may produce an overwrought condition of mind. It is the deep, calm happiness, the happiness that becomes deeper and sweeter, as well as more peaceful, the longer it is enjoyed, that we should seek under every circumstance. This form of happiness cure should be taken every hour. Then be at peace with all things. Take plenty of sleep, and live in faith that all things are working together for the greater and greater good.